Hey there guys, this is going to be an introduction to the Burpsuite tool, and you could see a series of Burpsuite videos coming up in my YouTube channel. And firstly what I did is just go to the application menu. So I will click application menu and you could type burp over here and you can find this tool. And you could find this tool also, sorry for that sound, you could also find this tool in the web application analysis, and you could find here over here. So what is Burpsuite? So firstly I will move on to this web browser. So I will go all the way up. I have already written a full blog post on the Burpsuite tool, so the blog post link will be in the description box below. So it is a full blog post about the Burpsuite from the starting to the end. By reading this blog post you will be like 70% you will be covering the topics, and you will be familiar with all of the features available in the Burpsuite tool. So what is Burpsuite? So I'll click over here. So the Burpsuite tool is a web application penetration testing tool, and more of like it is a web application analysis tool, because yes, you could also do penetration testing using the Burpsuite tool, but you get lots of information. So it is an information gathering tool according to me. So according to me, it is also a web application penetration tool and also web application analysis tool. And using this tool, you can perform the man-in-middle attacks, the manipulation, and the intercepting HTTP request, HTTPS request, and much more. And by end of this series of Burpsuite videos, you will be familiar with all of the features available in it. So the features in Burpsuite are, so I've given who developed the Burpsuite tool. If you have time, just go through this. And I've also given the Burpsuite download link, the Burpsuite video tutorials, and the contact port swigger options. So the links are over here. You can just go and for extra information you can use these links. So the features, coming back, the features available in Burpsuite. So in this series of videos I have covered all of these, and I'm sure that by end of this video series you will be familiar with all of these. So let's skip this part. And I've given installing Burpsuite. Installing Burpsuite is the very much easiest thing in the world. So I'm just clicking on this link. So I will do a right click and click on open link a new tab. So I will just go to this website. So over here you could see, yes, over here you could see a professional and community. So you could see professional and community edition. So we are going with the community edition. If you are going with the professional edition, you need to pay for it. So I also have a professional edition, and I will also show that professional edition. How does it work? What are the extra features in it? So I will also show that. And the operating system, you want to select the operating system. If you want to go with the Mac OS, Windows, you can go with it. If you want to go with some other operating system, go with JAR. And let's go with Linux and just click download. Once it is installed, it will be saved in your downloads. Once it is in your downloads for Linux users, let me go over here in the browser. For Linux users, what you're doing is just do dpackage -i and the file name and the downloaded file name. Just do this. Once it is done, just go to the application. You can find the burp tool. So the next, Windows. For Windows users, it is pretty much very easy, because you need to just install it and just click a double click and just agree for the policies and give install, and it is finished. So the interface in Burpsuite. So let's go to the interface. So the interface, firstly, if you open Burpsuite, you can see the interface like this. So you could also see the new project on disk, and the open existing projects are blurred because I can't click on them, because you need a professional version to enable these. So let's go with the temporary project. So I'm going to give next, and you could see use burp default and load more configuration. If you want to configure just go to the choose file and you can configure your settings. I'm going with the burp default. So let's wait for it to load. It will take like a few minutes to load it. Okay guys, the Burpsuite tool is loaded up. So the interface looks something like this. You could see all of these creepy menus over here. You don't understand. If you don't understand any of these names, don't worry. By end of this series of Burpsuite video, you will be familiar with all of these and you will be able to work with all of these. And firstly, let's see the dashboard interface. In the dashboard, you could obviously see the tasks and the issue activities and the event log and the adversaries. So if you click on these, so it is not loading up. So once if you started to use the Burpsuite, you could see a lot of event logs over here. If you just click on the event log, you could see the information over in the adversaries. And yeah, now let's go back to the Burpsuite blog post. And the next, what we are doing is, the first thing what we are doing is setting up the Burpsuite. Once you are in, we are going to setting up the Burpsuite tool. So for that, I'm just going to the proxies and make sure that intercept is off. So click on the intercept is off. Once it is done, we are going to the web browser you are using. And let me add another tab. And firstly, what we are doing is adding proxy manually to your web browser. So click on these three dots and just go to the preferences. And once you go to the preference, go all the way down in the generals, go all the way down, go to the network settings, click on the settings. And once you click on the settings, you could see no proxy, auto detect proxy settings. We are going with the manual proxy configuration. And in the manual proxy configuration, what you are entering is enter 127.0.0.1 and the port should be 8080. And once it is done, and select also this one, also use this proxy for file transfer protocol and also for HTTPS. Select this and give OK. So once it is done, so you have successfully added proxies to your web browsers, and you can just continue with this also. You can just go on intercept, you can turn on the intercept is on, and you can just capture the targets request. So also we will do an extension. We will use an extension for the proxies. So in this place I'm using foxy proxy. Foxy proxy is used by most of them while using Burpsuite tool. So to download foxy proxy, just enter foxy proxy download. So once you enter this keyword, you could find the first link. So why it is taking time? Is my internet slow? No, it is not slow. So click on the first link. Sorry guys for the network's problem. So you could see over here. I already installed. So in this place you could see download option. So you can just click on download. Once you download it, you could see a small extension over here. You could see in the tabs over here, you could see a small fox extension. And firstly, you will be not seeing this burp2 or whatever. You will be seeing only the tone of use for Firefox setting, and by default this will be selected. First thing what you are doing is just go to the options. Once you go to the options, you will be seeing an interface like this, where it is, you will be seeing an interface like this, and click on add. Once you click on add, you can see the same settings which we did in the web browsers. Firstly, what we are doing is setting up the title name. So in this place, I will just set up let's go with Burpsuite. And you can keep whatever the title you want. So in this proxy type, you are going with HTTP, and if you want, you can also go with the HTTPS SSL if you have the SSL certificates. And I will also tell you how to add the swigger HTTPS certificate to your web browser. And in the proxy IP address, just add 127.0.0.1, and in port you can add 80 and 80. And username and the password, it is optional. You can, if you want username and password, you can just add it up. If you add username and password, once you go to this IP address, it will ask for the username and password. So I will just give save. So yes, this new proxy is set it up. So it is setting up. So it is finally done. So go to the extension over here in the menus over here in the top right corner, you could see. Now just click on the newly created proxy. So I'm just going with the Burpsuite. Okay, now it is set it up. So once I click on it, you could see a green color is highlighted over here, which means it is on. And yeah, that's it. So we have seen how to add the proxies manually using the web browser, going to the preference, and you go into the network settings and how to adding the proxies. And also we have seen how to add the proxy using the Foxy proxy extension. You could also use other extension or the other proxy extension if you want. So I'm just closing these browsers and let me open the HTTPS Burpsuite. So now we are going to install the HTTPS certificate from the port swigger guys. So I'm just entering HTTPS Burpsuite, and make sure this website will only appear if you are running the Burpsuite behind. So I'm running the Burpsuite. If I didn't run the Burpsuite, I couldn't see this. I can't see this this particular web application, this particular web. So I'm just clicking on the CS certificate. Once I click CS certificate, you could see it downloads. So just give save file and give OK. And once it is done, just go to the system preference. So I'm just going to the preference, go to the three dots, the preference, and go to the privacy and security. And if you are using a Chromium browser or whatever other browsers, the methods will slightly differ, but you can find it if you go through the settings and other things, other stuffs, you could find it easily. So go all the way down in privacy and security, go all the way down and click on view certificates. Once you click on view certificates, you could see a small import button is over here. Just click on import. So the reasons, the downloads, yes, it is over here. Now what we are doing is just click on this and click open. And once it is done, you could see the port swigger certificate. I have already installed this port swigger certificate in my browser. So where it is, yes, you could see over here, port swigger CA. So it's over here. If I click, you could see the certificates details. Once you just import it and give add, if you add the certificate, the port swigger HTTPS will be enabled. So now you can enable the HTTPS request. So you can also capture the HTTPS request. Okay, let's go with the Burpsuite interface. Now what we are doing is turning the intercept is on. I'm just turning it on. Okay, yes, the intercept is on. And let me open a browser and just type, let's go with example.com. And let's go to the HTTPS history, HTTP history. You could see a lot of HTTP requests were captured by the Burpsuite. So let's click on this. If I enter example.com, the request, you will be seeing it is continuously loading up and it will never go inside until you forward the request. So you could see I have entered example.com. You could see over here in the 47th line, it has captured the HTTPS request, that is HTTP example.com, the get method, and the URL is / which is the root. And we are going to the intercept again, and you could see the information is over here. And what we are doing is just going to forward it. Once we forward, now let's go to the browser. You could see it is going in. Yes, the example.com is in. You could find lots of information by just turning on the intercept, and you can go to the HTTPS, the HTTP, and you could see the information coming up. you could see that it has found /favicon.ioc, and the domain you could see over here, and the status also you could see over here. So in the HTTP history, you could find all these information, the recently added up, the recently captured HTTP, or it is a HTTPS targets. And in the WebSocket history, we'll be talking about this later. And in options, so you may ask, why did I enter 127.0.0.1 and the port it is 8080? Why did I enter it? Because the reason is over here, they have already given this particular IP address and the port. If you want to add a new IP address, just give add, and you can select whatever the IP address you want. There is also IPv6 address you could see over here. You can select the IPv6 and you could select the port whatever you want, and you can give OK, and you could enter this the newly created IP address and the port in the proxies. So that's it. Yeah, that's it for this video. We have covered most of the things, like we have covered what is a Burpsuite tool and what is Burpsuite. Let me go to the contents. Yes, we have covered what is Burpsuite and who developed the Burpsuite tool. So it's asking for some forwards. Let's see this in upcoming videos. So we have seen the features available, and also we have seen how to intercept the HTTP, and we have seen how to intercept the HTTP traffic. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to give a like.